Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. What a bike. So these are the new Softails, or this is one of them, the new Fatbob. And they've done so many improvements to this bike and the whole Softail range, it's not even funny. The suspension on a Softail normally is underneath the transmission. And what happens is when you hit a bump, the frame goes up like this. So the suspension underneath the traditional Softail actually goes out and in, and the back end goes up and down like that. Now, the new suspension is right there underneath the seat, and it bounces up and down like a normal suspension, and it's a Showa. And the front forks are inverted on this thing. This bike is a street fighter. It's pretty kick-ass too. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I like the kickstand. That's different. Way smaller. It used to be the big Jiffy stand, but this is cool. I like that. Well, it notches into gear real nice. Oh man, I'm excited. So, the 2018 Softail Fatbob. You know, when people got mad that the Dyna disappeared, I was one of them. I was pissed. The Dyna was a great bike, really a great bike. However, from what I'm learning now, this new Fatbob, after you ride the new Softail, you'd be like, what Dyna? So, oh yeah, it turns tight. I like that. So anyway, we're not going to be able to get through any decent dips or corners or turns or anything, and that's a bummer because I really wanted to see how this thing leans, but I'm going to try to take them low. Alright, let's go, man. Okay, we are going 19 miles an hour. But so far, so good. This is a nice bike, which is not a surprise. It's got the gear indicator. I like the analog tack. The range till empty. Yeah. Now, I'm 5'6", I weigh 140 pounds, so yes, they do stack shit that high, and this bike is perfectly comfortable for me. You know what's messed up is when they have all these bikes that are, you know, made for tall people or short people and whatever. I can ride them all. I've never had an issue, except the only one bike would be the 2007, I believe, through 2012 Fatbob. Was the only one that I had a hard time like actually reaching the forward controls on with the stock seat and all that, but that's it. I've ridden Ultras, Springers, I mean every bike, everything Harley makes, and that's the only one that's ever really given me a hard time with reach. Now, with these new bikes, oh my god, do I want to go back to MMI and learn about these engines. These new Milwaukee 8s. This is the 114 too. This is the badass. You know, because, I don't know, when I rode the Milwaukee 8 the last time, it was in a street glide. And I gotta be honest, it was kind of gutless. It really was. I was not impressed. But this one seems to have some severe attitude, which I like. Oh man. But this is kind of a bummer because, I mean, I really want to pump this thing. But we can't. Gotta be nice. Alright. I'm gonna try something. Second gear at 40. Third gear. That's 10 mile an hour gain right there. And 10 miles an hour. Torque. Now, if only I could get on this thing, I could get on the freeway and really wrap this throttle. But I don't think that's gonna happen. Okay, so one thing I'm noticing that I'm not really a big fan of is the way the foot pegs feel. Like, oh, wait a minute, this one's missing the rubber, whatever. So yeah, it kind of feels like, and it's actually kind of an unfair assessment, but it feels like my foot's kind of sliding, like sloping off the side of the peg, which sucks. But like I said, though, it's, I don't know, that rubber padding thing that goes on the foot peg right here is gone, so it's not the bike's fault. Well, it is, but whatever, you know what I'm saying. The transmission is freaking amazing. What a nice transmission. Wow. I mean, seriously, it like positively clunks into gear. You know you are in gear. Yeah, the Softail was originally, they started working on it in 1980, I believe. And they worked on it until 1983 when they were satisfied with it and released it. And now that design has been copied by so many manufacturers. I mean, Harley owns the title Softail, that's theirs. But there's Kawasaki Vulcans, the 800 and the 900, I believe, also have a Softail style setup. There's other bikes too, I can't remember, but the Kawasaki is the one that really stands out to me. But this new Softail setup, the suspension actually bounces up and down instead of back and forth, and that makes a huge difference, you know? Because now we have such technology that we know Alright, let's get on it. Well, I would have ate that Ultra for breakfast. Yeah, this is nice. I like it. I do. I have to admit my ZX-10 will annihilate this bike, but still. Sixth gear, 2,500 RPM, 67 miles an hour. This ain't bad, man. I could kick this all day. It's comfortable as hell, and the seat it cradles you very nicely. Yeah, that's one thing I wish you could do is really exploit the handling of this bike, because from what I understand, if you're a good rider, you shouldn't have much of a problem keeping up with any sport bikes in the twisties, which that says an awful lot right there. I would like to try it. See, one thing that this bike reminds me of, actually this whole new series, it completely reminds me of the Yamaha Warrior. I don't know if y'all ever are familiar with that one, but the Yamaha Warrior is a big torquey V-twin with a great handling frame. Yamaha kind of came up with the idea with using R1 suspension and whatever. Well, anyways, Harley is now on that bandwagon, and this bike should handle just as good as that Warrior. I don't know, but from what I've read, I mean, the low speed handling and the way it feels is really, it's no Softail I've ever ridden. It's nothing at all like any Softail I have ever ridden. I want to wheelie this thing. That is a nice transmission. Oh my god. Oof, fucking brakes are tight. Idle's low as hell though, it's like 800 RPMs. Makes a little bit of noise. It has that 8-valve engine and it's got the oil cooler on the front. And I have to agree with a lot of traditionalists who don't like where the oil cooler is. It does kind of make it look like it's got a radiator. Yeah. Well, one thing I can definitely say is this bike is very good at low speeds. Handles great at low speeds, but I seriously want to take it through some mountain passes. But since I can't do that, I can tell you right now that this 114 feels pretty damn good, I have to say. It's not like a torque demon, but I mean, it kind of is, but it's not, I don't know, it's manageable. Like, if you want it to go fast, you crank that throttle and the torque just pours out of this bike. If you don't, you can just relax, and this bike's as docile as a Ninja 300. It's just, it's weird. It's a cool bike, though, man. This does not feel like a Harley. I mean, it kind of does, but not really. Yeah, I'm digging this, man. I could totally handle riding this every day. The only other thing that I don't like about it, and this small amount of time I'm given, is this gas tank. A 3.5 gallon tank. Range is 113 miles. I'm guessing that means there's probably about maybe 3.1 gallons left. 2.9, somewhere around there. So it's kind of a small range on the gas tank, and I like to get on the highway and just go. So that might be one thing that would keep me from considering this bike. But it is still freaking awesome, though. However, the look on sport bike riders' faces when you can actually keep up and possibly even pass them in the twisties, it would be priceless. I mean, that would be the look on my own face, because I've never ridden a Harley that can outperform any sport bike in the twisties, you know? I mean, the XR 1200 was close, but this bike, from what I've read, completely outperforms that one too. Oh man, the torque on this thing. It's not like I'm complaining, but I'm not. It's awesome. So I guess that's going to be about it for this ride. Killer bike, the 114. It's got a lot of power. Supposedly it handles awesome. The front brakes are freaking amazing. I haven't really tried the back brakes because I don't ride the back brakes that often on a motorcycle, but the front brakes feel great. This bike would give me a lot of confidence going into the corners. And one of these days I'm going to do that. I might have to rent one of these. I just ran over a huge pothole and I couldn't even feel it. Awesome. Yeah, this is a great bike. Definitely a lot of fun. I just heard the breakout back there touch hard ground, or hard parts in the corner. So that was it. That was the 2018 Fatbob. Wish I had a better chance to give you a better review, like twisties and corners and potential wheelies and all that good stuff. I like this Bob fender though, that's awesome. Oh, I gotta give Jesse his phone back, unfortunately.
Did you hit the screen turned off? When you put it in your pocket, did you turn the screen off?
Shit.
Did you?
I probably did, I don't know.
It stopped recording after 10 seconds.
God damn it!
We'll do another one, it's alright.
Alright. Well, I guess I'm not gonna have any 360 footage of this.
This one.
Oh well. So thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please subscribe. I'm gonna try to do these more often again. But yeah, the 2018 Fatbob sure doesn't feel very fat, that's for sure. I think it's fast. Alright, later.